Okay, so we can start our presentation for Group 2. Yeah, everybody can listen to Group 2. And please, Nabila, you can open your presentation and then you can start with your friends. Okay? Yeah, the time is yours.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Muhit. So, we are from the second group. We are going to present you about our teaching practice, and we have decided that our teaching practice is for intermediate level students. And so, the next slide, please. We are from the second group that consists for 6 people. The first one is Nur Fajriah. She is preparing the materials. And then the second one is Rahmawati Utami. She was prepared the lesson plan. And then the third one is Josephine Leticia. She was prepared the PowerPoint. She is the one who has a creative tools in our group. And then the next one is Yulan Dewi. She was preparing the teaching stages. The next one is Bang Mizar. He was preparing the teaching aids. And the last one is me, Nabila, as the host or presenter. But I'm sorry, Mr. Muhit, since Nur Fajriah and Yulan Dewi cannot present their slide because Nur Fajriah is still on the way to her home, and then Yulan is they yes, she has work. She's still in the work, so the 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 slide will be represented by Josephine and by me. Next slide, please. This is the table of contents of our teaching practice tonight. The first one, we are going to talk about the teaching material. In this session, you will be explain about the lesson material itself and what level this material belongs to. And like I have said before, this level is for intermediate class. And then the second one is about the lesson plan itself. So in this session, you will be cover about the type of lesson plan that we are going to apply in our teaching practice tonight, also the goals and further explanation of our lesson plan. And then the next one, we have teaching stages. In this session, you will know about our teaching stages and how we measure our time in the class. The next one, we have teaching aids. In this session, you will be explained about the teaching aids that we have used in our class tonight. And then the last session will be Q&A session and also suggestion from you and from Mr. Mohit for our teaching practice tonight. So the next slide. In this slide will be presented. It should be presented by Nur Fajriah, but since Nur Fajriah is on the way to her home, so Josephine will be represent her. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Josephine. I'm going to take over Gia's part about teaching materials. So as Nabila has said before, our target is intermediate level students. And before we jump to the explanation about our teaching materials, I'm going to explain about English level proficiency. So based on CEFR level, what is CEFR? CEFR is a common European framework of reference for languages. And it is a very practical way to determine the progress of each student's English level. And as you can see on the slide, CEFR has 6 different levels. There are A1 beginner, A2 elementary, B1 intermediate, B2 upper intermediate, C1 advanced, and C2 expert. And those who are speaking English very well, they're categorized as expert. Expert is not only is not only able to speak English fluently, but they also are able to write English very well, grammatically, and they also can read, listen very well. And CEFR is not only used in European countries. CEFR is used in all over the world. And CEFR itself is a very practical tool that can be used to organize study content in classes, curriculum, learning resources, and exams. And by using the CEFR, we can be confident that the material is suitable, not too easy and not too difficult. And based on my experience, I have taken the test and to participate and to take the course, especially English course. And the result of the CEFR level will determine what class that we should join. And as I have said before, our target is intermediate level students. First of all, we need to know the areas that the intermediate level students are expected to improve and to be able to speak in English. The intermediate level students are required to be able to have a stronger understanding of more specific or concrete topics than the beginners. And they're also required to be able to express feelings and understand more complex thoughts. They also make a great progress with English. They are also are required to be able to take part in a casual conversation for a reasonable period of time. And they are also able to understand letters with a range of personal opinions. They're also able to write simple letters stating facts and events. They're also able to share their opinions and state the facts and focus on topics they are interested in or areas that they are working on. And intermediate level students will study more about reading, speaking, listening, and writing. They also focus on grammar, but it is not too much when they are in beginners level. So our group takes the material from a course book from National Geographic Learning for intermediate level B1 plus Indonesia edition. And National Geographic Learning itself is part of Cengage Learning Incorporated and affiliated with the National Geographic Society. And it publishes educational products for English language arts. And this is the example of what is in the National Geographic Learning book. And as you can see in the left side, there's an article, and this is a scientific article. It is written about an experiences of this guy. This guy is a oceanographer, and he talks about his experience about fighting against the great waves when he was in the ocean. And in the right side, as you can see, Unit 3C, it is the exercises that the students will do to improve their reading and speaking. So basically, this National Geographic Learning book, course book, has 6 units in each level, in each book, and they help the student to improve in their reading, speaking, listening, writing, and grammar areas. Next lesson plan will be presented by Ami. Okay. Since Ami's Zoom is not responding, I will take over this part. So the next part is lesson plan. Oops. Lesson plan based on our discussion. As you can see that our subject is English and our target is intermediate B1 level. And the type of lesson plan that we use is e-learning class. And the duration that this class has is 2 times 45 minutes. A competence standard and best competence. This unit will cover the areas about speaking and reading ability. So in speaking, the competencies are understanding and pronouncing well with the correct intonation, and improving the students' English speaking ability, and enabling students to share opinions, ideas, experiences in the class or in a conversation with another group in group discussion, and enabling students to state the facts or mistakes of other students' work. And in reading areas, reading text aloud with good and correct pronunciation. Reading aloud based on the material books, which is National Geographic learning books, and answering the questions based on the reading passage, and practicing the students' critical thinking based on the given topics, and also improving the students' vocabulary of new words, phrases, or expressions. Nabila, maybe you can take over this part.
Yes, Josephine, thank you. So in this part, I will represent Kak Ami since she. Halo Kak Ami. Sir, jadi ini take over aja atau gimana?
Yeah, Ami, are you able to handle the presentation? Can you try? Kalau nggak bisa take over berarti.
Oke, coba take over dulu aja kali ya, Sir ya.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so the next one is about the indicators. There are 5 indicators in our lesson plan tonight. The first one is the students can understand English correctly. The second one, the students can respond the teacher's instruction well. The students can understand a good and correct pronunciation. The next one is about the students can make questions and answer in English correctly by speaking and reading. And the last one is also the students can read and speak correctly. And the next one is about the objectives of our study tonight. Our objectives is the students can communicate to the teacher and friends, both spoken and written English fluently and accurately in accordance with its social context. And the next one is about our material of the study tonight. And our material is the book of National Geographic Learning for Intermediate Level B1 Plus Indonesia edition, like Josephine have said before, and then also the articles in National Geographic Learning for our discussion tonight. And then these are the steps of our study tonight. The first one will be introduction session. In this introduction session, the teacher will share the Zoom link and gather the students in the main room. Also, the teachers will say the part of greeting slowly and clearly based on time. Then all the students will reply. And also the teacher shares his or her experiences related to the topic that is going to be discussed in the class. And the teacher asks the students the questions based on exercise 1 in unit 3C, and each student answers the teacher's questions and share a little bit of their story. Next slide, please. So the next slide is about the steps of the study. There are three steps of our study tonight. The first one is engagement activities. In our engagement activities, can be called as pre-activities. There are two main activities in our engagement. The first one is teacher greet the students and ask, how are you to the students? And then the next one, the teacher start to ask about holiday to the beach to the students. Why it's about holiday? Because our topic tonight from the National Geographic book is related with beach. So we are going to take a little like a related topic for our discussion tonight. And then we are going to go to the main activities. The first one is the teacher will present the slide on Zoom and ask each student to read the passage in page 39, unit 3. Each student has a sentence to read and they are asked to mark the words that they are not familiar with. So it's kind of like find the unfamiliar word for the students. And then the next one, the teacher will give the correct meaning from the words that they are not familiar with by explaining the meaning in English, not giving the correct meaning in Bahasa Indonesia, our students' native language. So it's not about have a conversation or giving an explanation in English to get the students understand about the unfamiliar words. And then the next one is about the teacher will give the instruction and the students start to do the practice by asking the students the question and exercise 2, unit 3C, page 38, like Josephine have explained in some slides before. And then each student answered the questions and is inquired to refer the answers to the paragraph based on the text they have read. The next one, each student will be given time to answer the correct opinion, the correct option in exercise 3. After that, the teacher will give the correct answers and correct the students' mistakes in English. Ask the students to discuss exercise 4 in unit 3C with their pairs by putting them all in the different breakout rooms on Zoom for each group. And again, after the discussion above, the teacher will gather the student in the main room and ask each student what they have been discussing about and what their friends' opinions are. And this is the continue of our main activity tonight. So the next one is the teacher. The teacher will lead the students to exercise 5, which is critical thinking practice. So each student is asked to read per number and answer the statement whether it is correct or false based on the text that they have read. And after critical thinking session tonight, the teacher will lead the students to a word focus exercise. The students are given time to search the phrases from the text they have read. After that, the teacher will ask the students to answer number 1 until 6, and the students who don't get the chance to answer are asked to do exercise 7 to give another example of the word expressions. The next one, the teacher will divide the student in breakout rooms again with the different pairs from the previous discussion. The next one, the students are asked to tell their peers about their unforgettable experiences, and the students are asked to insert the points to plan their story on the exercise 8. And the last activity in our main activity is the teacher will gather them all in the main room again on Zoom and ask them what their peers have told them. Next slide, please. So these are our closing activities or post activities after our main activities before, and the closing will be divided into 3 sessions. The first one is the teacher will ask the students what their takeoffs are from and what they have studied. The second one is the teacher will ask the students what they like about today's activity and giving the evaluation of students' mistakes. And the last one is about an assignment. So the teacher will give the assignment to write about their unforgettable experiences using the correct grammar and the points of stories planned in exercise 8. And the students are asked to send their works via email. So the assessment of our lesson plan tonight is about writing their experience, and the students will be sending to the teacher by email. So in this slide will be presented by Bang Mizar.
Yes, thank you, Nabila. All right. We are going to teaching stage here. In teaching stages, there is a 4 subject. First, it's engagement activities. In engagement activities, there are 2 subjects. A greeting from the teacher. It's about 3 minutes. And the second is start the conversation with the student with the related topic. It's about 5 minutes. And for the main activities, number 1 is reading out loud and read the unfamiliar words about 10 minutes. And the second is short explanation from the teacher of the unfamiliar word, 5 minutes. Answering the question in exercise 2 and giving the reason of their answer 8 minutes. Number 4, students do exercise 3 and teacher corrects the students mistake 10 minutes. And number 5, breakout room discussion for exercise 4 5 minutes. Number 6, gathering in the main room, sharing ideas and tasks 5 minutes. And 7, critical thinking session 10 minutes. Number 8, word focus session 8 minutes. 9, breakout rooms discussion session 2 5 minutes. And number 10, gathering the students and sharing stories and tasks 5 minutes. And then warm down activities. Number 1 is summarize the lesson 3 minutes, and second evaluation 5 minutes, and number 3 giving an assignment 3 minutes. Next slide. All right, after the teaching stage, there are teaching aids here. And in the teaching aids is very important of in our focus learning. Next slide.
Bang Mizar,
Ya.
maaf, ini bagiannya Ami. Ini Ami aja yang baca. Udah
Oh
bisa.
gitu.
Ya, iya
Oke.
udah bisa.
Oke.
Okay, go on the next slide about teaching aids. Teaching aids, the importance of teaching aids. Teaching aids provide complete example for conceptual thinking. And teaching aids can facilitate the proper understanding to the student, which discourse the act of cramming. Every individual has the tendency to forget. Proper use of teaching aids helps to retain more concepts permanently. And the last one, teaching aids helps to increase the vocabulary of the students. Jadi di sini cara-cara untuk kita mengajar anak-anak, atau ini kan kita kan untuk intermediate, kelas intermediate. Jadi teaching aids ini memang ditekankan untuk membantu kita sebagai guru untuk mengajar para murid agar lebih mudah, karena kan teaching aids ini bisa memfasilitasi beberapa cara kita untuk memberi sebuah edukasi atau pengajaran kepada kepada murid yang akan kita ajar. Next slide, please. Types of teaching aids. Types of teaching aids are visual. The aids which use sense of vision are called visual aids. For example, actual objects, models, pictures, maps, flashcards, flannel boards, bulletin boards, chalkboards, overhead projector, slide, etc. Out of this blackboard and chalk are commonest ones. And audio is the aids that involve the sense of hearing are called audio aids. For the example, radio, tape recorder, gramophone, etc. And audiovisual, the aids which involve the sense of vision as well as hearing are called video visual aids. For example, television, film projector, film strips, etc. Teaching aids. Teaching aids includes Zoom or Google Meet, and National Geographic course book, PDF, and PowerPoint or Google Slides, verbal or non-verbal communication, and National Geographic articles. Jadi di sini beberapa teaching aids yang kita rencanakan untuk kegiatan belajar mengajar itu ada dari Zoom atau Google Meet yang akan kita gunakan untuk proses e-learning, dan menggunakan juga National Geographic course book. Ada juga PowerPoint untuk memudahkan para murid untuk melihat presentasi yang kita jelaskan sebagai guru. Ada National Geographic article, sehingga murid-murid itu bisa membaca dari artikel atau buku. And the last one, verbal and non-verbal communication. Jadi antara guru dan murid itu saling adanya komunikasi sehingga mempermudah proses kegiatan belajar mengajar. Next slide, please. Conclusion. The conclusion of our presentation. The conclusion of our presentation is, before teach the students, the teacher has to make sure that all the material and lesson plan are fit with the students level. Jadi kesimpulannya itu kita harus benar-benar sebagai guru itu harus memastikan bahwa semua materi dan pelajaran-pelajaran dan rencana-rencana kegiatan belajar mengajar yang akan kita sampaikan ke pelajar itu cocok untuk tingkatan dari murid yang kita ajar. Okay, guys, I think that's enough from our presentation tonight. If you have some questions, please don't hesitate to ask us. Thank you.
Thank you, friends, for your interesting to our presentation tonight. If you have any question, you can type. If you are too shy to speak for us, you can type your question in our comment section, and I will read it out loud. And if you don't want to type it, you can just unmute your speaker and ask for us. Thank you. If you are having any suggestion, you can comment that to us too.
Okay. Thank you for group 2 for sharing your presentation about teaching practice, teaching for intermediate level. So now I give an opportunity for all. Maybe you can give a question or suggestion or maybe any your other opinion about your idea for teaching this material from group 1, group 3, and group 4. So maybe one group you can give one question. Nabila will note your question first, then they will answer your questions. Maybe can answer directly or you can say first their question, then you can answer all together after they have done their questions. Okay, please. Group 1, group 3, and group 4, you can give one question for group 2. Okay. Nabila, can you share your PowerPoint to me? I haven't got it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, question please about group 2.
Group 3, sir. I'm Charlie.
Group 3. Okay, please, Mr. Charlie, you can start the question and Nabila will note your question.
Silakan, Mr. Charlie.
Thank you,
Okay.
Nabila. I would like to ask about what do you do when you get a trouble about connection? Uh, because your lesson plan just for e-learning, yeah. And second is what is your focus about your teaching practice? Uh, maybe reading, writing, or speaking. Thank you, Nabila.
Thank you, Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie, tadi grup berapa? Maaf, Bang.
Tiga.
Bill, can you read out loud what the Mr. Charlie's questions are?
Okay, so I have taken note from Mr. Charlie's question, and his question is, what if we have a trouble in
What
Hello?
do you do when you got trouble with connection? Because your lesson plan just learning.
Hello.
Yeah,
So
continue.
Mr. Charlie's question is about what if we have a trouble in connection because our lesson plan is for e-learning, and what is our teaching, what is our focus of our teaching method?
Yeah. So do you want to answer directly or you want to wait for other question first? It's okay. You want to answer the question?
Okay, we will hold for another question, sir,
Yeah,
so we
okay.
can
So maybe in
directly
next
answer.
group from group 1 and group 4 you can give question for group 2, yeah? Yeah, please.
You can type in our comment section if you are too shy to speak. It's okay.
Yeah, at least one person represent one group, yeah. So you can give a question related about group two material or related about teaching practice.
Or if you want to reply our slides, we can give it to you. Just ask to us.
Yeah, okay. Maybe group one, group two answer first the question from Mr. Charlie while waiting for others.
Okay, Sir Josephine will answer Mr. Charlie's question.
Yeah, okay, please.
Is there any other question?
Is there any question again for group two? Maybe you can answer first the question from Mr. Charlie so they can maybe ask later.
Uh, Wait, Sir Josephine, just prepare for the answer.
Okay. Yeah, come on, group one and group four. You can give question. Mr. Charlie, group three, yeah? Yeah, group
Yes,
one.
sir.
From group one, you can give question to group two. Don't be a silent person or just as the listener. So you can be active student to ask your friends.
Or if you have any suggestion for us, you can just tell us.
Okay, Nabila can post the PowerPoint. I will share the PowerPoint from here.
Okay.
So, Mr. Charlie's question uh, about e-learning. What's the question? Can you repeat again?
So Mr. Charlie asks about what if we have a trouble for our connection because our teaching method is for e-learning. It is using Zoom and Google Meet, and also what is our focus skill on our teaching practice, sir?
Yeah, okay. So you can answer. So, what will you do, or what should we do when we have trouble on Zoom or other problem related to e-learning?
Okay, sir.
May I?
Yeah, okay, please, Mr. Mija, you can answer the question.
Ya, mungkin nanti bisa ditambahkan sama yang lain kalau misalnya for the question number one, if in the e-learning got the trouble in the connection, what we should do for the fix the trouble. I think to fix the trouble is the process teaching is hold on until the connection is going normal again. but sometimes we have no trouble connection in this era. I think the connection for the e-learning is better than 5 years uh, 5 years ago and 10 years ago. And but for the teachings, for the fix the connection is, yeah, probably we just halt the teaching process and then wait until the connection is clear again. And for the question number 2, focus learning uh, in this session is about reading and speaking. As you can see in the slide, we are present in the lesson plan and also in the materials where is the reading and speaking exercise. So we are going to focus in reading and speaking also. That's why in our lesson plan is present also about to build the speaking and reading. Maybe Jose, you want to add
Yeah,
the question?
yeah,
Okay.
yes. Thank you, Bang Mizar. So I would like to add something. Actually, it's already explained by Bang Mizar, but I would like to restate it again. So as we all know that we are all in the middle of pandemic, so the best type of lesson plan that we use is e-learning class and studying from home, right? And it's very understandable that a student has a bad connection. And based on my experience, I'm currently still taking English course provided by my office, and my English teacher understands it. And even if it won't go well, but it is very applicable and efficient. And for the second question, we focus, as Bang Mizar has said before, we focus on reading and speaking. And our teaching method itself, we use communicative language teaching based on Diane Larsen book, Techniques and Principles in Teaching Language, third edition. In communicative language teaching, we won't talk using our native language in the class. We have stated it in our lesson plan, in the lesson plan table in the PowerPoint slide before. Yeah, in communicative language teaching, we won't talk using our native language in the class, and most activities in the class is discussion. And every activity we use English. And therefore, I believe with the communicative language teaching, the students are not only getting the comprehension in reading ability, but also in speaking ability. Thank you. Do I answer your question, Mr. Charlie?
Yeah, okay, Mr. Charlie, is that clear for you?
Thank you for your explanation.
Yeah, okay, thank
Okay.
you, Jose
Thank you,
and
my brother.
Mr. Mizel. So the next question, do you have any other question? Okay, well, waiting for other question, I would like to give feedback, yeah, about your presentation from Gutu. The first feedback, I love your PowerPoint and it's clear, yeah. So interactive, so creative about making the slide. And second, about the material, yeah, you choose about intermediate level. So you have talked about GEFR2, yeah. But maybe you can make it more specific for our audience, yeah. In this case, intermediate level, you mean that for what level in Indonesia? I mean, like it is for adult or SMA or just for senior high school, junior high school, okay? And then you can make it clear because it's just an intermediate level. As we know that level doesn't relate to the class in this case, so we don't know that in this it is a course or like it is a school, it is like an office, yeah. So I would like to know that first, okay? So maybe Jose or other can tell first about that, so later we can continue. Okay, this is the
Yeah.
first question, yeah, please.
Okay. Uh, so intermediate level itself is for adult. Before actually it is based on my experience. I have my office provided English course for the employees, and uh, and this intermediate level, before we take part in each level, we are assessed to take a test, and the result of the test is will, what is it, determine what level we
Level.
should participate in each level based on CEFR
Okay,
English level proficiency.
I
Yeah.
get it. So it means that you want to say this intermediate level is gonna be used for the teaching employee class, yeah, mostly for people who work in office, so they can communicate and they can get progress with their English, like that, yeah.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure, yeah, because you didn't mention that, so I just make it more specific. So others, you can see that this one is for teaching employee, yeah, especially for workers. Yeah. Maybe this one, yeah, focus on topic they are interesting in areas that they are working on. Okay. And then the material, I can see here, yeah. So you have taken the material from National Geographic learning, yeah. It is also valid material, so this is good. And the exercise, so which exercise do you mention before? So you said the student can do exercise in 3C in this case, is it right? Or what exercise, can you make it specific?
Yes. Unit 3C.
Unit 3C number 1 to 4, yeah.
To from exercise 1 until 9.
Exercise 1 until 9. All right. Okay, good. And then this is for the reading Love and Death in the Sea, yeah. Love and Death in the Sea. Okay. So in this PowerPoint, I noticed for lesson plan. This one subject, class, type of lesson plan, yeah. So the first, maybe the feedback, you should write objective, yeah. Even maybe where do you write the objective? This one. Oh yeah, okay, this one, yeah. So this one is the competence standard objective here, yeah. Okay, student can communicate to the teacher and friends both spoken and written English only and accurately in accordance with the social context. Okay, the social context is about beach and what's that just now? Nature, yeah. Okay. So the student can communicate to the teacher and friend both spoken and written. Spoken and written. Okay. So I guess there are almost three skills. Yeah, the first is speaking, and the second is reading itself, and the third is writing, because you give the what we call assessment, yeah, assignment in the last meeting. The students writing exercise from email. Yeah, okay. And then you choose the e-learning uh, lesson plan idea. Yeah, okay, this is also possible because you teach employee class, so I do believe that they will be familiar with those kind of activities. Yeah. And for Mr. Charlie's question, what if the trouble happen when we are teaching? Yeah, this is the weakness of teaching learning online. Yeah, so it means if you have the trouble about your teaching online, yeah, you should first say sorry. Yeah, maybe to apologize for the students about the trouble, and then the next, yeah, if it is possible, uh, try to fix as soon as possible. But if it is impossible to be fixed, yeah, let's say the electricity is off, mati lampu dan sebagainya, so I suggest maybe you can repeat for the meeting, yeah, because it means that the lesson has not finished yet. So you can repeat by the students agreement, yeah, maybe what time and what day. And then, by the way, how long will you teach this material? Because oh yeah, this is 2:45 minutes. It means that almost 90 minutes. Yeah, 90 minutes for one teacher. 90 minutes. Okay. So how many students maybe would you like to teach for these activities? Kira-kira ada berapa nih siswanya? 5, 10,
Usually 10 students, sir.
10 student. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So Jose, you learn by this book from the office.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why you share your experience by using this book itu ya. Okay. Okay, for the teaching stage, yeah, I do agree. Yeah, they use ESA, yeah, engage, study and activate for their activity. Here, yeah, teacher greet the student, teacher start ask about holiday, yeah. And then also for the activate, yeah, they have some activities here you can see, yeah, because it is described by them, so we cannot see what the teaching practice look like. Yeah, so later after UTS you can practice it, so you can make a video, so maybe your friend also can see your activity when you are teaching. Okay, coming for the teaching stage. Yeah, while waiting, maybe I ask another group to give question ya. Jadi sambil bertanya boleh, karena masih ada 2 grup yang belum bertanya, silakan ditanyakan yang masih belum jelas. Oh, this is still about teaching stage ya. Ini sudah disebutkan di sini. Engagement, main activities, reading aloud, read unfamiliar words, short explanation, answering the question. Student do exercise 3, breakout room. Yeah, because this is learning online learning, so they divide the group in the break room. Ya, jadi mereka membaginya di break room. And then we know that the weakness also again, when we teach online, we can see, ya, we can join the room, but we cannot see all the students. Jadi kita nggak bisa ngeliat seluruhan secara langsung. Itu kelemahannya. Tapi kalau di ruang kelas, jadi kita bisa move to from group 1, move to group 2, and then move to group 3, and then any other.
Actually bisa, sir.
Yeah, bisa. I mean, like we can note all the student, but I mean we cannot see them face to face directly gitu. Maksudnya
Yeah, I see.
kelemahannya kita tidak bisa langsung melihat apa sih yang dilakukan gitu. We can hear like this is our discussion. I can see that you discuss, but I cannot see the process you discuss with your friends during a week misalnya kan gitu. Nah, kelemahannya seperti itu. Tapi itu adalah sebuah kelemahan. Jadi di mana kelemahan pasti ada kelebihannya. Ya, kelebihannya ya efisien, and then Jose said flexible ya for the employee, so they can work and then they can also study with their teacher in learning online. And then gathering student and sharing story ya. Nah di sini maybe give model ya. Jadi di sini tidak ada give model. Gathering the main idea, critical thinking, word focus, break out the room, lalu gathering student and sharing story. Nah sharing story ini kan masuknya ke speaking ya, maksudnya ya, Jose ya, nomor 10.
Iya, sir.
Ya, jadi I suggest maybe we are as teacher should give a model first about what the student will do for the story. Jadi,
Yeah, it's already in the previous slide in exercise 8. So the student need to
did you get this for a moment and ask them what their peers have told them?
it is in the what is it book scan picture.
This one?
Yeah, this one. So in exercise 8, the students are asked to create a story. Yeah, think of story and use the points to plan your story with these points.
Yeah, this is, I mean, like this is the instruction from the book that the student can think their own story. But in lesson plan, yeah, maybe you can add that the teacher give model. Yeah, maybe you can put in number before number 10. Yeah, break out the room and discussion. Nah, before you break out the room, you can give model. Yeah, how should they share their story ya, misalkan presentasi itu bentuknya seperti apa, jadi mereka lebih jelas ketika mempresentasikan, misalkan dengan durasi waktu yang sekian ya, dengan menggunakan past tense ya, for example. Jadi kita memberikan contoh sedikit mungkin 1 sampai 2 menit tentang apa tadi, sharing sessionnya. Okay, for example, I would like to give model about how to share our story to our friends. Mungkin bisa diberikan model ya. Jadi biasanya model is the best way to the student so they can they can understand and they can know what they will do gitu ya. Biasanya mereka akan lebih jelas untuk mendapatkan kegiatan yang mereka kerjakan. Nah, oke, teaching aids karena berkaitan dengan e-learning, maka teaching aids-nya lebih banyak ke visual, audio, dan audio visual. Di sini mereka menggunakan Zoom atau Gmeet ya, lalu ada PDF book atau e-book ya, ada National Geographic article, PowerPoint. Verbal and non-verbal ini dalam bentuk apa? Dalam bentuk listening atau apa? Jose mungkin bisa dijelaskan lagi, verbal dan non-verbal maksudnya seperti apa tadi?
Lebih
yang lain boleh ditambahkan. Tadi bagian siapa ini? Bagian Mr. Mizar atau bagian Ami tadi? Gimana? Verbalnya maksudnya what is verbal and non-verbal communication in this teaching aids?
Kak Ami, maybe you would like to explain it more?
Okay, sir. Verbal and non-verbal communication between teacher and student maybe can speak each other or maybe gives explanation, so that verbal and non-verbal communication is one of teaching aids that we need to teach the student.
Oh, you mean like the way teacher give the communication for the student?
Yes, sir. So it's it can be easy thing for us to teach the student by speaking or maybe reading or give some explanation about the lesson.
Okay. But I think for verbal or non-verbal communication, I think it shouldn't be written as the teaching aid. Jadi sebenarnya nggak harus ditulis sebagai teaching aid, ya. Kecuali bentuknya menjadi sebuah transcript listening, ya, atau transcript speaking tadi contohnya, ya. Jadi itu bisa menjadi teaching aid. Karena ingat, teaching aid adalah alat, tools. Dengan verbal, non-verbal communication is the way we talk, kan gitu kan. Itu cuma caranya. Jadi kalau misalkan kita mau memasukkan dalam teaching aids dalam bentuk yang sudah jadi, ya, misalkan bentuk audionya sudah jadi listening tadi, atau bentuk transcript listening, nah itu bisa kita tambahkan menjadi sebuah teaching aids, ya. Tapi kalau verbal dan non verbalnya ini ya memang bagian dari mengajar gitu, tidak ada teaching aids, jadi dia tidak disebut dengan teaching aids gitu maksudnya. So you shouldn't mention it as teaching aids gitu intinya, ya. Jadi tidak usah disebutkan.
Okay, sir.
Lalu ini conclusionnya, before teaching the students, the teacher has to make sure that all the material and lesson plan are fit with the student level. Nah, ini untuk menentukan level tadi kan dijelaskan Jose, ya. Biasanya kalau CEFR itu kan memang ada pre-test atau placement testnya. Nah, jadi mungkin di sini adalah sebuah kursus, ya, yang Mr. tangkap adalah it is a course, and the course given for the employee, ya, teaching employee. So all the participant has the same level accordance with the placement test before they taken before, gitu ya. Jadi setelah mereka mendapatkan tesnya itu, mereka bisa tahu level berapa mereka masuk di dalam kelas, gitu. Nah, akhirnya terjadilah kelas intermediate. Nah, gitu. Jadi ini lebih spesifik, ya. Oke. Is there clear or any question? Silakan, masih ada beberapa menit. So overall, Group 2 has done the presentation, yeah, very well. Thank you for sharing and for telling your micro teaching or teaching practice, yeah. And then we give applause for Group 2. Okay, give applause all for Group 2. Thank you, Group 2. Okay, and then next, any more question, or Group 2 you want to give other opinion? Is that all?
It's enough from us, sir.
Okay.
Maybe others have any question.
Ya, yang lain gimana? Any question? Ya, silakan ya. Jadi jangan hanya kita mendengarkan, boleh silakan bertanya gitu. Jadi nggak apa-apa, biar aktif, ya. Oke, nggak ada. Kalau nggak ada, boleh Nabila as a host, you can close, ya. You can close your presentation, ya, and then also your.
Okay, sir. So thank you everyone for joining us with our presentation tonight. Hope you get all the information that we are trying to explain for you. And thank you, Mr. Muhit, for the feedback and suggestion for our discussion tonight. And that's all from the second group. Have a good day. See you on the next week.
Thank you, Nabila. So Group 2,
Thank you,
thank you very
sir.
much for your presentation, Mr. Mizar, Ami, Nur Fajria, Jose, and then siapa lagi tadi? Nabila. Yeah, so Yulan also, but Yulan cannot speak. Okay, so that's all from our class this evening. Yeah, we are going to continue for the next meeting. So get ready for Group 3. I hope you can present the material better. Yeah, so just prepare first. And then we close our meeting for this evening. Thank you very much for your attention, for your participation, for joining our Zoom meeting for this evening. Thank you, and see you for the next week. Have a nice day. Good luck for you. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank
See
you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
See you next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.